Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Okay, let me say hello to a few people. Okay, there we are. Hello, Marsha Williams, Iris Demonia. Um, who else? Emerald Derrick, Janice Goodrich. Hi, Susie Q, Eleonora Bowden. Hello, Faith Hope Love. Gwendolyn Daniels, Vanessa Jones, hi, Lavender Rose, okay, and Sonia is here. Hello. Who else is here? Mama Jane, Carolyn Sowers, Fancy Fancy, Dari Wiley is here. Hello, Hayes O'Brien, Emerald Derrick. Oh, I said that already, didn't I? And let's see, Rosa Roberts wants to say hi to a few people. Okay, who else is here? Annie Bullard is here. Hi, welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Uh, Connie Balmer. Wait a minute, I could do better than that. Hold on. Okay, Connie Balmer. Welcome, Connie. Oh, I got to tighten up the screws in this chair. You hear that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? This is my work chair, and it's starting to sound like I've been sitting in it for a while. But yeah, I got to tighten this thing up or put some oil on it or something. Okay, Rodney Jackson, hello. Okay. Oh, okay. If anyone hears from Mo Shannon, could you please give her my best and that she's in my prayers? Thank you. Sure will. I sure will. Thank you so much for that. Fancy. Okay. I think I'm starting to repeat myself. All right, just taking a quick scroll back. Pam Porter. All right, well, let's get started then. Let me get my slides up here. I was working on them up to the very last moment, as per usual. Okay. Hmm. All right. You guys, I cannot believe I was just saying a while ago that it's been like what 7 million views. Do you guys realize that now there's like almost 8 million views on Royal Sussex? 8 million views? How is it possible? 8 million views? How is it possible? And how come I haven't how come I don't have 100,000 subscribers? 8 million views. Anyway, you know what? I know how that's possible because you guys have shared quite a few videos, and some of y'all have gone back and watched your favorite ones again and again. So that's pretty cool. All right, but yeah, it's like I think it's like 7.8 million views, going by really fast. And I know a lot of that is hate watchers too, but that's cool. Hate watchers are watchers. All right. So I'm going to open up another screen so I can see what you guys are seeing. That is very helpful. Okay. All right. Yeah, so some of you guys that have memberships that have gone back like 7, 8 months or not even that far, I don't see them on this screen. So if I have forgotten or not forgotten, but neglected to say congratulations or thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex for 8 months, or even 3 months. It's not that I didn't care, it's just that I didn't see it on this particular screen. Okay. So this has gotten weird all of a sudden, right? Um, by the way, I love the graphic there on the right side. Instead of Balmoral, they have referred to it as amoral. Sounds about right to me. Amoral Castle. Uh, Hello, Beverly Hardy wants to say hi to a few people. Good morning to you. Hi, Rick. Dara Edgehill. Okay, hello, Maggie Accessory. Okay, I hope I got that right. And Diane Hawkins, what's that? I've been locked out until this moment? Really? How is that possible? Okay. Well, sorry to hear that. Oh, and by the way, the other thing, I know some people have new memberships on the Patreon. I received the notification for that, but one of the loneliest places on earth is not the Mojave Desert. One of the loneliest places on earth is not Antarctica. I think one of the loneliest places on earth is my Patreon page. Um, yeah, oh, how can I put this? You know how they say, would you rather have a face or have the fanny? Meaning that if you want a beautiful, young looking face, you may have to have a large fanny. So if you want the face, you may have to have the fanny. But if you don't want that nice, full, round, youthful face and you want to be slimmer, then that means you. Anyway, do you all want your daily uploads or do you want me to spend my time on Patreon? But I cannot possibly do both. Patreon is like a whole nother channel. And to cultivate Patreon, you have to, do some stuff with it that I'm not prepared to do at this time. So for that reason, Patreon is okay, it's very neglected. However, let me say thank you very much for your Patreon subscriptions. It is greatly appreciated. But um, let's see, what is the phrase that they use? Full disclosure: there's no extra content there. I've actually had to make a choice, and there's no extra content there. Um, Lorna Williams, you haven't heard that before? The face or fanny thing? Yeah, if you want that nice, full, youthful face, you may have to accept the fanny that goes with that. I mean, of course, they can do certain interventions that can plump up your face, but it's also temporary. And as they say, recollections may vary, individual results may vary. So you may not necessarily want to allegedly, possibly let people, put stuff in your face. I mean, some people have had some great results. Oh, and some people haven't. That's not shady, is it? That's not shady. I'm speaking truth to um not speaking truth to power. I'm speaking truth to fillers. I'm speaking truth to fillers. Yeah. Let me see. Joan Commonwealther says, and plump up your fatty. Yeah. Yeah, if you want that. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean, Joan Commonwealth. I see what you mean. I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right. Let me see. Hello, Etney Green. Hello, Ivy here. Hi, Ivy. Oh, yeah, it's Sunday. And if it's Sunday, that means Ivy has something for us today. And I have to tell you guys, I am super, super disappointed because I was hoping that Celibacy were going to have something for us yesterday, and they did not. Oh my, I have become emotionally dependent upon them because they have some really great material. I mean, Celibacy is where I got the term jazz hands. Um, they are wickedly funny. So yeah, I do miss Celibacy. But yes, hello Ivy, and also hello Etney. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so um, take this with a grain of salt. Queen has invited Harry and Meghan. Um, I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying Harry and Meghan, has invited Harry, Meghan, and their children, Archie and Lilibeth, to Balmoral this summer as she extends an olive branch to the Sussexes, but other members of the royal family won't be around. So, what does that mean? I have no idea. Whether it's true or not, I'm not sure. I believe that for the Sussexes, it is a much safer visit in Scotland than it is, I guess, metropolitan London. With the Balmoral estate, which is vast, they would have plenty of room to go about. There's a village nearby that they can visit, I believe, and it would be a really ideal place to spend some summertime with Gangster Gan. Um, so, but I don't know that Harry has all those fond memories for uh, Balmoral, because if I'm correct, weren't they in Balmoral the night it happened? So, yeah, I don't know that they would have such fond memories. I believe they were in Scotland. I'm not sure if they were in Balmoral, but I don't know that they would have such fond memories of being there. You know what I'm saying? Would that really be something that Harry would want to do? But then again, I'm sure he's had some great memories um, up in Balmoral. So it's hard to say. You're not buying it at all, Annie? You know, if it's something, that that would be beneficial to all, okay, then it's probably a good idea. Um, but I can get to not buying it part because it does imply that the queen desperately wants to single them out as the go-to family to spend time with as she you know gets closer and closer to her transition. Pam, thank you for your comment, by the way. Pam Porter says Betty is 96 and wants to spend time with her grandson and his family. But yeah, Pam Porter, that makes a lot of sense. But what about all the people she doesn't spend time with? I don't know that she's all that close to anybody. I mean, certainly she has her faves, right? And it's been widely reported that Harry was her fave. But think about it, when they said that Harry was her favorite grandchild, that was at a time when it served the Queen's image, the favorite royal woman of the family, to spend time with the favorite of everybody, the most popular royal of them all, Prince Harry. Before the hate campaign, Prince Harry was polling higher than anybody else in the family. So it only helped to serve her image, not that she's the person who would have said, "Oh, tell everybody he's my favorite," but the courtiers who would like to maintain their position in the royal household would be only wise to push that narrative. But whether or not that was true, who knows? I mean, the tabloids make up stuff, so I'm assuming it was true. They say that Andrew was her favorite son or favorite child. Well, the way she forked up that money, that appears it may have some truth to it. And then also, it was reported that Harry was her favorite grandchild. Okay, I'll buy that. And then, of course, her favorite non-binary child. Well, we all know who that is. Is it too early for shade? Is it ever too early for shade? I'm not sure how to pace these things out, but when it comes to the category of non-binary fave, um, well, we know that that person is only a maxi coat away from the top. Well, no, actually, the maxi coat has risen to the top when it comes to favorite non-binary. So, them, they, thee, him, her. Uh, I gotta stop. I'm starting already. I was hoping to have some very logical banter at the beginning. Um, Hello, Joan Garcia. Joan, the voice of reason, if there's ever been, says, sounds like the two rag writers need to be seen and make money. When Harry and Meghan announced it'll be believed. Yes, yes, very good, Joan Garcia. If you don't hear it from the Sussexes, then it's probably not true. See, I told you a voice of reason if there ever were. If there ever were. Um, and I guess it makes sense. I mean, yeah, it does. It makes sense that they would want to push that narrative to basically just sales papers to create this anticipation so that people would have something else to, uh, I guess, log on or buy a paper to follow. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It really does. Thank you for that, Joan. Okay. Okay, a lot of comments coming very fast. Woo, very fast. Where did everybody come from all of a sudden? I just looked up and there's like 800 people already. That is amazing. Thank you for that. Okay, I can't see all of them, but I'll try to pick out a few. And then what? The Queen can make it known to the press. Yeah, I have to say it like Dan Wooten, to the press, to the press. The Queen can make it known to the press that she said, "Thank God Megan didn't come." Now, see, I don't believe the Queen said that. I don't believe the Queen said that. I think that was a hateful, spiteful courtier. Um, Whatever the Queen and Philip was to each other, that is one that we'll probably never know because it seems as though a lot was going on with that relationship and then maybe nothing at all. But I just don't believe that. If that was the case, I don't think that they would have waited until over a year later to leak something like that if it were true. So I don't believe that. I don't believe it at all. I think now that I believe there's absolutely just a bunch of hot air. I don't trust that one. And really, when it comes to any of these conversations, I have always said very clearly, we just don't know. If we're not in the room, we don't know. We don't know what's been leaked. And at 96 years old, I don't know that she has the wherewithal to even read about these comments, let alone to try to dispel anything that has been leaked out there like that. So that is like such a small one amongst so many things that are leaked. So yeah, I'm not sure if I believe that one. I think that was just someone being spiteful. But then again, we weren't in the room, right? So it could be true. It could be true. Um, but the timing of it, I'm very curious about that. I mean, it's been well over what, a year, year and a half. The timing of it, it makes me very curious. Hello, Claire Kane. Watched your video yesterday. It was lovely, absolutely lovely. And you guys, I put a link to Claire's video in the community tab. So if you guys have a chance, um, go over there at some point and check it out. It was very, very well made. I loved it. So, yeah, go to the community tab and you can find the video that she made yesterday. I think you'll like it. Um, okay, let's see. Oh, and oh, did I even? Okay, I didn't even read the comment, did I? Who knows if it's true? I think she prefers Harry and Meghan over Will and Kate, but feels the need to let them suffer for leaving and calling out the institution. Yeah, yeah. As Harry said, he wants to make sure that she has the right people around her. And as much as we love to believe some of the worst that is leaked out, that is still a 96-year-old woman who is very subject to suggestion. Um, no matter who that person is or what role they have, 96 years old is 96 years old. Um, I mean, she and Jimmy Carter are almost the same age. And she is in a very frail state of health right now. If you guys saw that last photo of her seated, where her legs literally look purple, she is in a very frail state of health. So I'm not sure how much I believe any of the things that are leaking out lately like that, especially with such a long time since the event actually took place. So yeah, I'm very curious about that timing. And maybe that was leaked to prevent something like this. Maybe. Let's see. Ivy says, "Hello, Ivy here. The tabloids always does this every August holiday season. Oh, good point. They keep trash speculations going for weeks and then denigrate Harry and Meghan when it does not happen." You know what? That is so true, Ivy. That is so true. They do that every season. Yeah, point well taken. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is a point well taken. See, that like I said, you guys are probably right. I don't know. It but yes, this is hauntingly familiar, the fact that this does happen every summer season. So yeah, you cannot deny that. It does happen every summer season. So um I mean they were just there. They were just there. If it was close to some point where it wasn't looking promising, I think that Harry would probably go by himself. And then, of course, yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows? I don't even want to say that she may never see those great grandkids again, but that is a possibility. She may never see them again. So it sounds logical that they would go, but this is not an ordinary family. Thank you, Ivy. But they are just not an ordinary family. It is a corporation. It is a firm. Uh, some people refer to it as a mafia. There's a lot of things going on there, but it's not a traditional breaking bread together family. They don't see each other for long periods of time, and sometimes the only conversations that they have are through their aides. It's like one household speaking to another, but one family member rarely speaking to one another, as far as I can tell. Uh, what's that? I'm sorry, I just saw a raspberry spice. I have two books out a few years now. Better waiting for one. Oh, really? Oh, very cool. Very cool. We'll have to talk some more about that later. All right, so moving on. Um, that was one of the photos that they released over the past couple days, where they are trying to sell this idea. But here's my theory. Here's my theory. Um, did the Queen take her burner phone to Scotland? If she did, I would say, okay, yes, it's possible. Number two, if the Sussexes show up, will it in any way somehow interfere with the Queen's card game that she usually has at the log cabin? You see what I mean? There's a lot of things going on. I'm being silly, but there's a lot of things going on there. So I would say if the Queen has taken her royal burner phone, possible. If the Queen is not going to play cards this time up there, possible. Oh man. As you can see, I was prepared to make total light of this situation. But yeah, it depends on if ye royal burner phone is present. That's how they arranged it last time. Okay, so Sean says, first Edward is bottom near the top, near the top. Also, the Queen has a muse with Harry at the United Nations. Okay, I'm sorry, was a muse, but not a muse with Will and Kate losing half the Commonwealth. All right, Sean, it has been a while, and I can take a hint. You have been very patient, and I can take a hint. All right, okay. All right, thank you so much for your super sticker, Sean, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. But yes, I can take a hint, definitely. But yeah, it's been a while since. But as you notice, I have extended that video to include the ending part there. So okay, we are going to. Oh, and by the way, you guys, by the way, um, this is of course what I suspect happens up in Balmoral. Fortunes have been won and lost thanks to the Queen's card games, right? So the Queen and the rest of her colleagues, they disappeared to that little log cabin of hers to have a little card game, right? Just some friendly wagers. But if the Queen would like to successfully meet up with the Sussexes, she could always get her body double, which, if you guys haven't noticed, there is a striking resemblance between the actress Leslie Uggams in Daredevil and Her Majesty the Queen when they. Oh man, I don't usually start off Royal Sussex on such a weird platform, but there we are today. You have to admit, you have to admit there is a very interesting resemblance between the actress Leslie Uggams in Daredevil and Her Majesty the Queen. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. I did not mute myself. I am back. I just had to do something really fast. It was getting kind of warm in here. Sean has another super sticker. Fortunes have been lost thanks to Will and Kate losing half the Commonwealth. You know, the funny thing is, I have heard people reference lost half the Commonwealth in several places where I didn't expect to hear it, which you like I say, almost 8 million views. You don't know the kind of impact you're having on people until you hear something like that repeated. And you're just like, wait a minute, I said that. I said it, and now I'm hearing people repeat it. I think that is so funny. That really puts a smile on my face. I was looking at something one day and I heard somebody say something about Will and Kate losing half the Commonwealth. I'm like, good. Good. So that way, when you hear somebody say something like, didn't they want their privacy? Well, I hope at some point in the conversation, people will start saying, didn't they lose half the Commonwealth? Because they did. Either they're on track to get rid of them or they were planning to ask for reparations and suddenly that became the topic of conversation. There was a lot lost in that trip, not to mention the fact that it cost the British taxpayers nearly £300,000 for that private charter to the Caribbean on an all expense paid vacation, only to almost lose half the Commonwealth. It's not like I was wrong. It did happen. I told you they should have stayed home. Okay, so I suspect we're going to change gears just a little bit here. Yes, we are. So let me cue. Oh, by the way, I should probably take a look at some of these comments because they are coming fast and furious. Iris says the Queen is at Balmoral of counting her billions that she has stole from every Commonwealth country. Yes, they probably have a big accounting firm that meets up there with her. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. And let me see, Rachel Kativ, I think that is. If they decide to go, they better be careful on what they say, even in their bedroom, since it could be bugged and make them look foolish after. Well, as you know, I'm not. It's the other way around, according to Angela Levin. According to Angela Levin, they have Netflix cameras. Harry has a camera in his belt buckle, and everybody knows that Megan's a Hollywood actress, and she put a camera in Archie's juice box, and there's probably a HD camera in Little Biff's pram. So and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have cameras in their pockets. And do you remember that nut job said that when they found out that the Sussexes had visited the Queen at Windsor Castle? This weirdo freaked out. Yes, the love child of Mr. Magoo, Angela Levin, lost her flipping mind. She was so like, and I think she was serious. I don't think that she was just saying that to be, shady. I think she really believed that there were cameras everywhere, that the Sussexes had somehow ensnared the Queen into some type of trap, and they were recording the visit, and all of which you guys know doesn't make any sense at all. Harry would never do something like that to his grandmother, but she wanted people to believe that. And I don't know, for some reason, I believe she thought it to be true. I'm not sure at this point where she's grifting or where she's actually so delusional that she just doesn't know the difference. So yeah, that was so bizarre to hear, and the idea that she goes on television and says these things with such impunity, like it's so factual. Um, That was shocking, but then again, what else do you expect from her? I think that much of her thing is a bit of a grift. Um, and yeah, it's what she trades on. It's what she trades on. She's been very successful at spending 15 minutes conversation or 20 minutes, whatever it was. She actually spent some time um following Harry around, and from that, she was able to monetize it and turn it into a corporation, a Fortune 500 grift. She has managed to do that, so I shouldn't be surprised. But yeah, anyway, what do we have here? Let me see. I just saw something out the corner of my eye. Oh, thank you so much, Brenda J. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Sunday to you. Thank you for being here. I mean, you could have been any place in the world and you decided to spend some time with us today, and it is greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you. Uh, Also, yes, and thank you, Sean, again for your last super chat. So, since I was on the subject, let me there you go. Oh, let me take that away. Let me take that away. So there you have. You see what I mean? See what I mean? It kind of reminds me of that movie Trilogy of Terror, where that little doll came to life and was stalking its prey. That's what she reminds me of. Is the Trilogy of Terror. I mean, I could just imagine that little monster taking off and going after people and like in the movie. You guys remember that movie? I could just imagine her like that, with some little weapon in her hand, just nipping at someone's ankles and so somehow that just wouldn't surprise me. I don't think that that would be out of character for her. As a matter of fact, I believe that if she did not do that to people, then it would be something to be surprised about. So anyway, that's Angela Levin, and of course that's Angela Levin. As you know, um, Omid Scobie called her out on her, you know, connection to Harry by reminding people that Levin was given access to official engagements. That means she followed Harry around and chat with him in 2017 for a magazine cover. And without permission, she turned that material into a book. Harry was crushed and his team were furious. So it was agreed upon that she would have access to do a magazine. And instead of just, doing a magazine article, she has turned that into um, how she earns her living for the rest of her life. That is Harry is her retirement fund. Seriously, this is how she plans to retire. I couldn't say at a young age because well we've passed that point some years ago, but this is how she's going to retire is to use that access to Harry. So very sad, very sad. Let me see here. Take that away. And then of course, as you can see here, when she saw somebody holding up a phone to take a photo with a woman of color, I'm sure she almost knocked somebody down. I want to be in the picture. Hey, can take my picture? All of a sudden, that poor young lady had a new best friend that she never knew she had. See that? See how they do? I bet you she leaped over a chair, slid under a table, um, probably did a cartwheel into a flip, and all of a sudden she was there to take that picture. That was probably the fastest move she had made ever since they said, Harry wants to talk to you. That was the fastest move that she made since she had that 20-minute conversation with Prince Harry. She doesn't seem like a very athletic person, but believe me, when the time is right and when it serves her agenda, she can be quite athletic. Other than that, as you know, uh, she is a bit of a Pinocchio. And also, I suspect that she may actually be the love child of the late actor, Mr. Magoo. I cannot prove it. I don't have, any DNA evidence, but I just have this nagging feeling that I've seen her somewhere before, and I cannot help but think that that is the love child of the late actor, Mr. Magoo. So, yeah, yeah, you're right, Joan. Mr. Magoo is much cuter. So, anyway, that's just my theory. I can't prove it, but I believe that to be true. That that is the offspring. That is the you know product of a rendezvous with some lost soul and the actor Mr. Magoo. So anyway, moving on. Moving on. I was over here. Okay, there's a couple of rewrites of history which I would like to bring to your attention. That was the whole point of today. Victoria Arbiter, she's still at it. She intends to go back to her life that she has known before she was caught out, before she was exposed, accepting a 300 pound payment to do a prequel of the interview. I'm sorry, of a critique of the Oprah Winfrey interview of Harry and Meghan. In other words, how do I put this? They caught her, not just Victoria, but her father and two other so-called royal reporters. Now, to give you a little background, Victoria Arbiter practically grew up at the Grace and Favor lodging known as Kensington Palace. And at Kensington Palace, as her father served as the Queen's press secretary, um, she learned a lot of the royal ways. And as such, it was just obvious what she would do the rest of her life. She would eat from the Queen's table, more or less. Not exactly, but more or less. She would do as her father has done all these years, earn her income talking about the royals. And once the Duchess of Sussex came along, life had never been as good as that before because Meghan has been the gift that just keeps giving. The hate, the hate campaign against the Sussexes, in particular against the Duchess of Sussex, has become a $1 billion industry. A $1 billion industry. People are making money, way more money than was ever made during the time of Princess Diana, because now they don't have to print the stories. They need only upload it to the various news platforms and social media, and it is click, 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 rich, 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 rich. They are making lots of money from the Duchess of Sussex. Hopefully, those who signed up for this have done so cautiously. Josh Peters previously told whoever that is that Archie Manners is good at making people not realize that they are being tricked. So she says she was tricked. Well, okay, I guess in a way that's true. They wanted to see if it was possible to get people, her father, and a few other people, to convince them to pretend as though they actually saw the Oprah interview a day before it came out. And so uh, she was there responding to their questions and comments as though she actually saw the interview, which obviously she had not seen it. And so when CNN found out about it, CNN has a certain clause, a certain policy that they want people to follow. And oh, let me see. Okay, yeah, I could do that. Okay. Where are we here? Yes, hey Baron, I need a favor. Before you start up your podcast, please set it up so that the trolls can invite themselves in. Sure. Sure. Um, we definitely want a safe space, so I'll do that right now. I will do that right now. Uh, okay. Subscribers. I hope I'm doing this right. Uh-huh. How far back should we go? That's always a good question. How far back should we go? Like that other question I had. How much is that Duchess in the window? Okay. All right, there we go. And I hope that works. I hope that works. Did we just get rid of some people? So, what has happened, in case you don't know, is that sometimes we get inundated with so many trolls that we just have to turn the clock back on our memberships, or not memberships, but subscribers, to make sure that they don't have easy access to wreak havoc in our comments. I hope that worked. Okay. All right. Sorry, you guys. I'm not really able to see the comments right now because I'm so busy. Well, you already know that I'm doing stuff here. So, but thank you for telling me, and ask and thy shall receive. Thank you, Susie Q. Thank you, Susie Q. And thank you so much for being a member. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you for that super sticker and warning. Okay. Oh, so it did work, huh? Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, derangers, if you guys want an opportunity to comment, you have to subscribe to Royal Sussex. Do you hear me? Vicky? Dickie? Angie? The other Dickies? Do y'all hear me? You have to subscribe to Royal Sussex. Otherwise, you won't be able to use your burner accounts. If possibly, allegedly, there are some. Oh, okay. So thank you so much for that. I thought for some reason that the comments were going very fast all of a sudden. I have not slowed down the comments before, and I don't really like doing that because I know how frustrating it is when you're trying to make a comment. So, uh, oh, we got some mods here, don't we? Oh, I guess we don't. I didn't even notice. Well, let me see. We only have a couple mods today. Oh, that's interesting. Did I chase the moderators away? How in the world did I do that? Oh well. Well, it's Sunday, so I know at least one or two of the moderators may be at church or something like that. So, yeah. But thank you for that, Sean. I didn't realize. Okay. Well, in that case, let me see what can we do about that. Um. Hmm. Well, there we go. All right. Oh, really? Wow, you guys, what have I been missing? What have I been missing? I'm so sorry about that. Um, well, let me see. On this particular screen, I cannot deputize anybody as a moderator. So we do have Susie Q. I'm sorry, not Susie Q. Cookies and Creams is a moderator. And Anastasia, is she here today? Wow, Cookies and Cream, you're all by yourself as the moderator. I am so sorry about that. I didn't realize. Oh my goodness. Well, uh, and I don't know how to deputize anybody while I'm actually in the middle of the thing. I can't make anybody a moderator. Can I? I don't think so. I have to do that from a different place. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Uh-oh, there is a new sheriff in town. Okay, there's a new sheriff in town. There we go. There's some backup for you. Okay. All right. All right. There we go. All right. All right. See? All right. Here we go. All right. We got some backup here. We got some backup. There we go. All right. Uh Take that, derangers. All right. I think that worked. Okay, let's see. So there should be some new moderators now. I didn't know that. I didn't even notice you guys. Wow. Okay. Okay. I think we have three now. We have three new moderators. All right. We have deputized three people as moderators today. There you go. All right. Moving on. Moving on. Let me see. I hope that worked. Did that work? Oh yeah. Okay. So I see Diane. Who else? Should be three of y'all now. Should be three of you. Okay. One. Uh oh, it is sorted. Thank you so much, Ivy. Oh yeah. You know what, you guys? I am not surprised. I kind of thought that the heat has been turned up because they feel like they're slipping. Let me see. All right, it should be more than Diane though. I think Black Queen, aren't you a moderator now? Uh and Sean, aren't you a moderator now? Did that not work? Okay. Sean, I tried to put you as a moderator, but maybe it didn't work. Okay, try it now. There you go. Now you got the power. Now you got the power. All right, moving on. Oh, I wasn't done yet. Oh, man, that was fun, right? All right, so Josh Peters says we need help. 200 fully committed people from all over the UK to help us with a video for one entire week from the 22nd through the 28th of July. You will earn over £500. Please fill out the form. So Vicky is still upset about the fact that she had been caught wanting in her character. And so, for some reason, she decided to warn people to make sure that they are sure of the idea of, working with the two of them. And so, also, it's been what, a year and a half since she had become embarrassed by the fact that she lost her job at CNN, and of course, she blames the Sussex job. Uh, like as though the Sussex squad did a job on her, but she's blaming the Sussex squad for the fact that she, lost her job. But we didn't lose her job for her. She lost her job for her. She was the one who did a reaction interview for an interview that hadn't happened. She did that to herself. And so she's looking for people to blame. She's looking for people to blame. And I don't think it's fair to try to pin that on the Sussex squad. We did not tell her to accept the £300, a check she said she never cashed. We didn't tell her to do that. And what's really sad is that Josh Peters is paying other people up to £500. She should have held out for more money. That's what's so funny is that the article said that they paid her £300. Look at how much they're paying other people. They're willing to pay up to £500 or more to 200 people to 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 do something. Isn't that a scream? You lost your job allegedly over £300. You were a special correspondent for CNN. Make that make sense. You were the royal commentator for CNN, and for £300, that happened to you? No wonder you're angry. Let me see. Burn, burn, Ivy, Ivy, tss, burn. Woo, Ivy, I didn't know you talk like that. Burn. Now that burns. Woo, woo. Oh boy, that burns. Obviously, she was overpaid by £299. Woo! I love it. I love it. I love it. But how true? I can't wrap my brain around this though. You will earn over £500. Please fill in form at whatever that is if you're available. Okay. So they're paying up to £500 or more to 200 people um, to take part in something, and all they paid her was £300 for an opportunity to have time off and away from CNN. That is frightening. That is frightening. No wonder she blocked me on the Twitter. I've never even commented on her page, and she blocked me. Victoria Arbiter, self-confessed dinosaur. Let's see. I can't see that up there. Okay, there we go. Now I can't see it because it's too small. I have no idea what uh, trends map. Oh yeah, that's what that is. I have no idea what trends map is, but a friend. Oh, that works right like that. But let me put it back where it was. Okay. Oh no, that can't do that one. Okay. But a friend just sent me this. Aside from the original tweet being totally inaccurate and defamatory, it's interesting to see where the majority of the hate directed at me is coming from. I'm pretty sure so much nobody knows where it's coming from. Oh man, so let me go to the next one here. Um, the irony of having to protect this person's identity before posting their tweet is not lost on me, but there is a sentiment worth sharing. Hopefully, Archie's Manners and Josh Peters will take note before pulling their next prank. This girl is mad. Do you hear me? She is still mad about what happened. Although she was actively participating in a ruse to pretend as though she had actually saw the Oprah interview. This is what you call gaslighting. They are trying to literally rewrite the history of what happened. And it's just not so. She is trying to blame Archie and Josh because they how easy it was to pay her £300 to embarrass herself. And it was embarrassing. Internet shaming can kill. It can ruin careers and lives. Let us not be a part of it. Reach out to people who are victims of internet shaming and cancel culture. Let them know there's real life worthy of our attention and care outside of this space. Did she think about that? Did she think about that when she joined the chorus of royal reporters making little snide remarks and comments and using that negative, misbehaving child tone against the Sussexes? Did she think about that when there was the loss of an unborn child? Did that stop the onslaught of negativity directed toward the Sussexes? I don't think so. But now all of a sudden, we are supposed to uh, go through this gaslighting process where she's turning herself into the victim. Now she's the victim. I mean, she has done a lot. She has done a lot to get herself in the position where, I mean, nobody has paid more um, as far as she's concerned. I mean, she lost her position at CNN. She's lost her eyelashes. She's lost a lot. She said she almost lost her home, and it must be embarrassing for the children to have something like that happen to a parent. But she chose the profession that she was in or may try to go back to. She chose that profession. And she piled on with the rest of the royal reporters to go after a woman of color who had only just moved to the United Kingdom. She was victimized because she fell in love with someone who happened to be a royal prince, and she became a royal princess. And rather than uplifting and supporting the Duchess of Sussex, like everybody else, she became very common in that she piled on with the rest of them. And now that she has embarrassed herself over 300 pounds, over 300 pounds, it takes my breath away that it was so easy. Yes, Compton Callie, she stepped in it. She literally did that. She stepped in it. Let me see. Are hypocrites and Kampala and Meghan, but they can't take it. Pierce, Victoria, Dan Wooten, etc. Yes. Thank you so much for that. They do that. They do that. Oh, and then when it happens, it's just like Trump. It's just like Trump. Trump paints himself as the ultimate victim. And that is the thing with these right wing men is that they have to pretend to be the victims of a society of brown people or people who are ethnically or religiously different. They have to other themselves. They have to pretend to be others in the society where they hold all the power and hold the majority of votes in the legislative body and leadership. They have to pretend to be the victims in order to perpetrate this fraud that somebody is doing something to them, and all at the same time they are enriching themselves. I mean, it's a story as old as time. Okay, so gosh, have I been on here an hour already? Yes, I have. Okay. By the way, there is 1,214 of you. Please, derangers, make sure you hit the like button. I know that you derangers are watching. Just hit the like button, and then that way you can have some place to come back and hate next week. All right? Okay. Um, Let me see. It comes as no surprise that a YouTuber accused of trolling. Oh wait, let me see. I can't see that. Yeah, that's it. Accused of trolling Jeremy Vine would be a fan of Archie and Josh. This sister has been sitting around investigating. Do you hear me? She is literally sitting there at her keyboard, gasping, gasping for air, grasping at straws, frothing at the mouth, trying to find some way to crawl out of this hole that she has put herself into. She's literally trying to crawl out of a hole. Nobody did this to her. She did it to herself. And she is still trying to right a wrong that she committed. She was wrong, plain and simple. And she accepts no responsibility. Instead, she seems to be going after, seems to be allegedly going after people to try to appear as though she is the victim, which she certainly is not. She went on that little pranking, uh, so sure of herself, because after all, it's worked in the past. And so she went on there assuming that once again that she would be able to make a little extra pocket money, and it cost her a lot. It cost her a lot. I wouldn't dare talk to someone I didn't know. And as popular as Josh and Archie, as popular as they are, I'm just surprised she didn't know better. I'm so surprised that she did not know better. She should have been able to see this coming, and she didn't. Just goes to show, you know what? Maybe she ought to stop putting that peroxide in her hair because she's starting to create a stereotype for herself. She's like a one woman stereotype. Her son is an adult. Notice he's keeping quiet. I don't blame him. In fact, none of the three others involved in this show are saying a word. They accept they got caught. She is Chucky doll. Exactly. You don't hear Father Dicky going on and on about it, or Ingrid, or what was his name? Richard Palmer? Was it? Oh no, what was the other guy's name? Anyway, you don't hear them going on and on about it, and they're still working. She lost that gig, and rumor has it that she was trying to get something going in New York when the Sussexes went there last time, and nobody wanted her. That's the rumor I heard. And okay, anyway, so the little caption right there says, "This is a delicious prank." Okay, that is 3721. Alex Belfield 3721. So remember, I believe the Oprah interview was three. Uh, oh wait, wait. Is that date July 3rd, 21, or is that March 7th, 21? Because if it's um the other way around, then that means that this was from let me see, 3/5/21. No, 5/3. So I think this was, let me see, with Oprah, Harry and Meghan interview coming, and Archie Manners wanted to see if royal experts were always truthful with how they report on them. So I'm thinking that both of these tweets are pre-Oprah. We need more people like Josh to relentlessly expose, mock, and ridicule the insincerity, lunacy, arrogance, contempt, megalomania, sanctimony, and super. Okay, I was doing good with them big words till I got super salacious. Yes, I got it. Super salacious. Wait. Super salacious. Super salaciousness of celebrity and journalists. So a celebrity, yeah, I guess it's journals. All right. Anyway, so all those big words that he just used, she's still angry. This girl is hot. She is still angry that she got caught out. Exactly, Elaine Parker. Losing lashes is no comparisons to Meghan losing a child because of these daily hateful attacks since she met Harry. Amen to that. Amen to that. Let me see. Okay, I wrote a letter to Byline 2 years ago when Vicky was writing ugly things about Meghan. I was told it was not my place to write on Meghan Markle's behalf. That's interesting. Thank you, Chinwe. Think that is interesting. Wow. Wow. You guys are coming in fast with these comments. I do apologize again. I did not realize. Oh, there we go. Hi, Lydia. I see how. Oh my God! I see how you do. Kick me in the mod squad to the curb. I have two new ladies, in the words of Thomas Markle Jr. My God, my God. Sorry about that, Lydia, but we were getting hit hard and heavy with some trolls, and Susie Q stood up to the trolls. Do you hear me? Susie Q stood up to the trolls and put a stop to it with a super chat. So, three cheers for Susie Q. Thank you so much. And Lydia, I did not realize that it was only cookies and cream. So yeah, cookies and cream was doing battle with the dark side. But anyway, we're glad you're here. So that's enough for all that who shot John. But anyway, as I would love to say to Vicky Arbiter, when you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. When you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. Okay. Let me try this then. Let me say it like Maya Angelou would say it. When you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. What's funny though is my Maya Angelou voice. It sounds just like Morgan Freeman. When you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. I'm Morgan Freeman. See what I mean? My Morgan Freeman and Maya Angelou, they both sound alike. Um, I'm gonna have to work on that. Let me try Maya one more time. Okay, a sip of water. Here we go. Drum roll, please. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Okay, yeah, it's not working today. It's not working. I'm my Maya is kind of rusty. I'm gonna have to practice. Uh, Let me see. Oh, thank you, Susie Q. You put a stop to it. You are the hero of the day. When somebody sees a wrong and rights it, that is what I call a hero. Um, let me see. I think Ted Kennedy put it best when he said, "My dear brother Rabbit, there he saw it wrong and right it. He saw sickness, he healed it. He saw war, and he stopped it." Okay, my Kennedy thing ain't working. None of my impersonations are working today. Only Angela Levin. Only my Angela Levin is working today. I can't even do my Ted Kennedy. My dear brother Rabbit, he saw wrong and he right it. He saw it. Well, I was about to say Ickness. That okay? I give up. That ain't working. Okay, better to move on. When you find yourself can't do a impersonation, move on. I got to keep moving though. I'm gonna be here 3 hours if I don't. All right. So, horrific. What this woman has had to endure makes my skin crawl. Sending big hugs to Vicky Arbiter. I know multiple journalists. Is that what journals mean? Journalists are working on identifying key members of the Sussex squad, their influence and dodgy financing. Let's hope justice is done. dodgy financing, influence. Okay, influence, sure. But dodgy financing? I don't have any dodgy financing. I mean, if the what do you call it? If I was being paid by, let's say, a couple in Santa Barbara, don't you know that I would be living on that sprawling estate with them? I wouldn't even want any money. I would want the guest house. That's all I want. I wouldn't want any money. I would just want the guest house. I'd be like, no, 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 no. Guest house and access to the kitchen. That's all I want. I wouldn't dare accept cash. So, by the way, I'm going to have to update some things, aren't I? I am going to have to update some things. We'll see. Uh, yes, anyway, I would probably move to another city if I was actually on the payroll. Wink, wink. I would probably move. I'd get out of here. I wouldn't even take none of this junk with me. I'd be like, bye. I go out for a pack of cigarettes and never come back. They'll be like, wait a minute, he doesn't smoke. Oh man. Yeah, guest house, pool house, kitchen. That's it. I don't ask for much, Lydia. I don't ask for much. Um, but you know what? What's so funny is that the Sussex squad makes them paranoid. The Sussex squad is literally making them paranoid, and they should be because they are wrong. They're just wrong. They should be paranoid. If you were doing everything that you were supposed to do, you would have nothing to be concerned about. But because they are the ones that are dodgy, they are the ones that are getting paid, then they should be the ones that are nervous. The one thing that they could not count on that just happened to show up was the Sussex squad. And it's true, Princess Diana did not have that. She didn't have a Sussex squad, but the Sussex squad is here. We are a factor, and we have to figure into every misstep that they take because we will be there watching. We will be there watching, and we're going to pull out our receipts. We come in peace, but we also come with our receipts. So that is a promise made, a promise kept.
Been horrific, Camilla, horrific. Yes, people can take it lightly and go, oh, it's just a silly prank. And actually, Josh did an interview post prank in which he said this video was made at the expense of these royal reporters. And that hit really hard because, yes, it was made at the expense of my livelihood, my future career, my mental, emotional, physical well-being. I didn't leave my house for 2 weeks because the avalanche of hate was so monumental, so extreme, and the anxiety that has evolved as a result has been devastating. There are times I am so paralyzed by the anxiety associated to what happened. I can't go outside. I don't leave my house. And I was just stunned that so many people opted to take a narrative put out by two self-described pranksters at face value. And you actually said something in your newsletter this week, and this really hit home too. Forgive me, I'm going to paraphrase slightly, but at the end of it, you said that given the nature of the internet, a lie can go around the world in a split second before the truth has a chance to put its trousers on.
Yeah.
As I said before, that phrase that she attributes to Camilla Tominey, that is a quote from Mark Twain. It was repurposed for the purposes of Camilla Tominey, who I'm pretty sure did not give credit to Mark Twain. That is something that's 150 years old? A lie could travel around the world faster than the truth can put on his trousers. Or sometimes he would say the truth can put on their boots or shoes. And Vicky the genius that she is, attributes that to Camilla Tominey. One is just as bad as the other. One is just as bad as the other. That's awful. That's awful. As though we don't know where it comes from.
That's true.
And Archie and Josh, when lawyers got involved, they removed me voluntarily from the video. But the damage was done. I lost my job. I haven't worked in the US since March 2021.
But then again, Victoria, this is also CNN's fault. Why are CNN as
because CNN has a code of ethics.
Bothered by this? They just caved into social media pressure. I mean, I had all this. I had all this when I wrote perfectly legitimate and true stories about Harry and Meghan. I had an absolute pile-on from the Sussex squad. Thankfully, I...
See what I mean? See what I mean? We're in their heads. They can't stop thinking about the Sussex squad. They can't stop thinking about the Sussex squad. I guess we can buy. Oh, man. Imagine if you were Meghan. Yes, absolutely, Flo. Exactly. Imagine if she was Meghan.
Was supported by my newspaper, yet CNN just cut you loose.
And they didn't investigate what happened. And that's the part that really...
There was nothing to investigate. Silly. There was nothing to investigate. It was on video. What is there to investigate? You were pranked by Josh and Archie, right? Love that name, by the way. You were pranked by Josh and Archie for a lofty sum of 300 pounds. You were found wanting in your character. You were foolish and you have been paid out for your folly. Let it go, girl. Let it go. If you're ever going to get those eyelashes back, best let it go.
I'd been with CNN for 8 years, and CNN has its detractors, but I loved working there. It was an incredibly professional team. We didn't have to talk to a lot of the speculation. It was very fact-driven, fact-based, and I really appreciated the time I was there. And I had a good track record. I was there 8 years. I was well established there in terms of royal coverage, but I was a contributor. I wasn't a full-time employee, and the abuse was so extreme, and they were inundated by people demanding I be fired.
Who cares this much? I mean, honestly. But just to wrap up, Victoria, just because I've got an eye on the clock here, what are you going to do now? Because I think you're fighting back against your cancellation.
I am. Well, Camilla, two things here. So it was incredibly important to me to clear my name.
Anyway, that's enough of her. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of this thing here, who is clearly obsessed with the Sussexes as well. Like I said, they are trying to gaslight. They're trying to rewrite history. And we're supposed to forget about everything else. Yes, exactly. CNN. Okay, and working after admitting they have no ethics as journalists. There you go. There you go. All right, so this is what I picture when I think of the royal reporters, like sitting in their dens while they're coming up with stuff. They're just munching on cheese and making up stuff. All right. And so there you see on the right side, I was blocked. I was blocked by Victoria Arbiter. I have never, this is the only person that I've known to have ever blocked me, by the way. I have never engaged or encountered her Twitter page at all. But when she started this campaign to claw her way back out of the hole that she put herself into, I decided to just go and see what is she talking about these days. So I had to use other means, wink, wink, to figure out how to see what's going on with her. And so that's how I found out all this stuff. Let's see here. A wolf in sheep's clothing. I shared this with you guys before. I covered up I'm sorry, I underlined that right there because this person let me see here. I'm a strong supporter of the Sussex squad member. Victoria Arbiter is kind, thoughtful, smart, and fair. It bothers me that you'd release her without giving her due process. I think everyone deserves that. And I suppose this was for, I guess they were trying to send this message to CNN, I suppose. I don't know. But it's weird because after you read that, you always expect to see signed Victoria not arbiter. Or Victoria ain't arbiter or ain't Victoria arbiter. But oh my god. Ah, I love this. I get such a kick out of it because I do think it's really funny, but it's really sad and pathetic for her because she just don't get it, or she either she doesn't get it or she gets it but she wants to gaslight us. Maybe both of those things are true. I don't know, but yeah. Oh, and by the way, Black Queen, I don't know if I said thank you for that, but thank you for the chat. Okay. Well, how interesting. This is like hard to watch actually. It really is hard to watch. But let's not forget, as she said at the end of that movie, The Color Arbiter. Do you guys remember that movie that she was in, The Color Arbiter? At the end of The Color Arbiter, she sat up in the back of that car and she said, I'm poor, white, I might even be lashless, but dear God, I'm here. I'm here. Woo! I'm poor, white, I may even be lashless, but dear God, I'm here. I'm here. So there's hope, Vicky. Just hang in there, girl. If Sealy could make it without Mister, you could make it without CNN. You could make it without CNN. You are the new actually no you're not. You'll never be that. But anyway, so much for her. It's really sad watching this poor girl just melt into the atmosphere, but she did it to herself. It's unfortunate. It's embarrassing. If I was her, I'd be embarrassed. Okay. Anyway, maybe she could pick up the lashes of her life. Pick up the pieces of her life and move on. That was a Freudian slip. Earl Spencer, my sister was the victim of an appalling deception that left her alone, more exposed, and in danger. The Earl Spencer alleges that disgraced BBC reporter Martin Bashir lied to him. Mr. Bashir told Earl Spencer of underhanded payments and of appalling deception. On September 19th, 1995, Earl Spencer introduced Lady Diana to not Lady Diana, Princess Diana, not Lady Diana. See what I just noticed that is Princess Diana, not Lady Diana. Introduced Princess Diana to Mr. Bashir. Earl Spencer alleges that lies were told by Mr. Bashir led Diana to drop protection unit. Princess Diana was killed in a car crash in Paris On the night of August 31st, 1997, Earl Spencer hopes the police reconsider their responsibilities in prosecutions. Well, good luck with that one. I don't see that happening, but they're gonna try it. Super chat from Leg says, "If times are hard, she better cash that check." Yep, she better cash that check. She had better cash that check. If times are hard, cash the check. That's something I have lived by all these years. When times are hard, cash that check. Which reminds me, by the way, that reminds me of something. Oh my God. Why did you say that? Because now you done made me think of something else I've been hanging on to for a while. Oh. Now remember you have brought this upon us, and now I have no choice but to share it. Let's see. And this is just for you, Legs. Just for you. Okay, let me grab this. Let me grab this. Oh man, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. If you remember back when everybody was getting those well anyway, I'll actually show you better than I can tell you. That's what Miss Seeley did. When times were hard, she cashed them checks. Anything come from me? Oh, oh, me and you will never part, Maki da da. Ain't no ocean, ain't no sea, Maki da da. Keep that stimmy check away from me, Maki da da. See, Legs, you didn't cause me to become sidetracked. Thank you so much for your super chat. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Anything come for me? Maki da da. All right, y'all, stop confusing me. I got work to do. Oh man, where was I? So, thank you very much, Dr. Zane. It's obvious the establishment is working to silence Diana. Now that they have challenged the way the interview was obtained, they are going to challenge its content. What I can't believe, uh, this son of Charles is leading this, of course. When I saw son of, I had to make sure I saw that right. The Duke of Cambridge is frustrated by the BBC's failure to address the false narrative of Martin Bashir. Panorama interview with Diana, Princess of Wales. See there? Princess of Wales, not Lady Diana. That's, let me go back to that one more time because that is, look at that. Lady Diana introduced. Oh man. God, they just keep trying it, don't they? Lots of hurt and pain at how Mother was duped by Bashir. And then the next one here, also written by Roy Anika. Woo wait, I didn't know. I heard the name Roy Anika before. Is that really her? Is that her? Ooh, woo. She looked like she just got out of Wentworth's, don't she? That girl looked like she just got out of Wentworth's. And when I saw that picture, I thought it was Bay Smith from you remember the show Prisoner? Prisoner Cell Block H is what we called it in the US. I thought that was B. Smith. I swear I thought that was B. Smith. I didn't know that that was Roy Anika. I didn't know. I don't think I've ever seen her before. I know the name, but I had never seen her before. Ooh, but she looked like she just got out, don't she? Lord have mercy. I wouldn't cross her. But I tell you what, if I was in a barroom brawl, I'd go stand behind her. If I was in a bar and a fight broke out, I'd go stand behind her. Seriously. I would go and stand behind her. Ooh, boy, she looks like a nasty piece of work. I'm just saying, I'd never seen her before, but that is, ooh, mm. Oh well. And she looks shady. Oh, see, Deanna, see, it just popped up as I was saying it. She looks shady. She do. She looks shady. Wow. Anyway, William hoped the BBC would finally question the interview's legitimacy. See there? The legitimacy. With its apology this week. And here is something what is that? India Nights. Is that a person? India Nights column on the scandal. Great to see credit for my colleague, Rosamund Irwin, whose tireless reporting exposed Bashir's deceit. What tireless reporting? Was it tireless reporting or was it the usual source? The calls are coming from inside the house. Is that what tireless is now? You just sit by the phone? Come on, girl. Don't even try that. It is really good thing Earl William and Earl Spencer fighting for it. It is not what Diana said, it is how they got it. Wait a minute. It is not what Diana said, is how they got it. How these lies influenced her. They manipulated her and used her already vulnerable state to gain something. Um, I'm gonna tell y'all something. The big difference between Martin Bashir's interview and what's his name, the one that wrote the book. The I forgot the guy's name, but the one that wrote the book about Diana. The big difference is this is on video, and video is always more compelling than a book. Okay, that's the only difference, is that they have this on Andrew Morton. Thank you. The only difference between this and Andrew Morton is the fact that it's on video, and that video is compelling. So there you have it. Diana was groomed and manipulated to deliver ratings. Diana was groomed ever since she was a child to become this virgin uh, heir's wife, uh, the Princess of Wales. She was groomed ever since she was a child. Let's see. What you saw and heard were her feelings and thoughts. However, they came from fear and paranoia, fed and encouraged by Bashir. The damage that interview has done is still evident in the family to this day. Shameful. As you know, Harry ain't got nothing to say about it. Is William is the one that seems to be carrying the water for other people. Indian Nights. Indian Nights. Is that a person? Is that a reporter? I don't know who that is. Indian Nights. Thank you though. Thank you all for the Andrew Mortons. I couldn't think of that name for nothing in the world. And it's weird that I couldn't think of his name because, as you know, I did a video with Andrew Morton some time ago. So it's really interesting that I couldn't remember his name all of a sudden. But what could I say? I've been busy. Okay. As a matter of fact, let's look at the beginning of that, shall we? Andrew Morton. Boy, I tell you, Andrew Morton has really stepped into it this time. So he makes his appearance on This Morning, right? And right out the gate, they ask him, how many times have you met the Duchess of Sussex? And his response was, I haven't. You have not met the Duchess of Sussex. No, but I talked to some of her friends. So you haven't met her? No. See, it's time for him to get paid. He's taken a page out of Robert Lacey's book by making sure that he adds some new chapters to his book, which I don't think did so well. I don't think his book did so well. This is the book where he tried to make this huge claim that Meghan was trying to be Princess Diana 2.0. None of it made any sense. Like this thing about her as a child watching the funeral of Princess Diana and finding herself in tears. Everybody in America did. Yeah, when the camera focused on the note on the coffin, everybody lost it. I lost it. It's no big deal. I mean, it was just that moment in time. And I don't think that a lot of people in the UK realized how strong the grief was on this side of the Atlantic. But it was. It continues to be. I mean, I almost feel sorry for him because right out the gate, they just like kicked his legs out from up under him. How many times have you met the Duchess of Sussex? No, I haven't. So that's good. That makes you quite the authority on all things Meghan. How many people are going to write about her that have never met her? I mean, you just add him to the pile. So then they ask him, why is this the right time to add some new chapters? 2 new babies. How much hemming and hawing can you do in one interview? I don't know what's going on with This Morning, and I'm not saying that you should go and watch it. I'm just saying that they just, the floor dropped from beneath them and it was downhill the rest of the way. So then Phil, bless his heart, Phil decided to say, well, has she given you any special permission to... Has she given you any special permission? No. But it's got an extra 30,000 words. And how stupid. So after much hemming and hawing, and some more hemming and hawing, and then a couple of more ums, then he decides to say, well, I was a fan of hers long before she met Prince Harry when she was on Suits. And then Phil doubles down. He said, so you haven't spoken to her. You haven't spoken to any of her friends. So what? This is kind of like an ambush. I wasn't expecting this. It just seems like those big, gigantic, polarized, fog-resistant, glare-resistant lenses of his were starting to fog up. What is going on with this guy? Okay, I'm giving you the play-by-play. So then Phil really goes in for the jugular. He says, well, so much of what you said has been in the papers. So much has already been written about. How do we know that what you're saying is the truth? Why does Phil have an end for Andrew Morton? I mean, what has he done to him? Okay, I've had fun making that video. If you didn't get the reference, that was the deer in the headlight look. I wasn't sure if that really translated from what I was trying to convey, but that was my deer in the headlight looks for Andrew. He was totally blindsided by Phil that morning. And when Phil asked him, had you ever met the Duchess? He just wasn't prepared to answer. No. Oh man. And it was hard to watch. It was very hard to watch. But I was like up in the middle of the night making that video, howling with laughter because I thought it was just so funny. But look at the look on his face. He looks terrified. He looks absolutely mortified, terrified. He looks terrified. He added those chapters because they had two new kids, or should I say, they have two children now, and so that was the his whole thing about the book was, which I didn't read the book by the way, is that he wanted to say that Meghan saw the funeral like everybody else did, and she was moved to tears, and she knew someday that she was going to marry into the royal family and be the new Princess Diana. That is the height of arrogance as well as ignorance. I didn't like it. I totally, totally did not like that. I thought it was just too easy. Okay, so back to Matron Mama Morton. Um, Matron Mama Morton. What movie was that? Matron. It wasn't a movie. Yes, it was the movie Chicago, and it was also in the musical Chicago. Matron Mama Morton. That was the matron of the women's prison. I don't know why when I looked at Roy Anika just now, I thought of Matron Mama Morton, but I digress. Okay, shall we move on? Let's move on. And there he is, the Earl Spencer. He is. He went from giving a good finger wagging to the Queen in front of the whole country to literally licking her boots. I mean, boots licked. Consider boots licked. I don't know how he caved or why he caved, and all of a sudden he has gone from defending his big sister, which, by the way, in case you guys don't know this, Diana was actually born first. But the reason Diana did not inherit the title is because of primogeniture or whatever. Girls cannot inherit the title. You probably saw that played out on Downton Abbey. It goes to the firstborn son or the eldest son, whichever comes first. Obviously, he was the only son, I believe. I don't think she had any other brothers. So Charles, just happened to be Charles Spencer, became the Earl Spencer upon the death of his father. And so Diana had to ask her little brother, please, the paparazzi won't leave me alone. Can I please come home to our ancestral family estate? Because I'm being pursued and hounded. And Charles told his sister, no, no, you can't come home. We don't want all that here. So you just have to try to find another way. And yet he is vehemently um, denying that. Well, actually, he hasn't denied it. As a matter of fact, he's the one who said that you can draw a line from the introduction of Martin Bashir to my sister's death. The thing is, if you can draw the line, who's holding the pencil? You introduced your sister to Martin Bashir, the superior intellect. The Earl Spencer introduced Martin Bashir to his sister. So I can see that he has a vested interest in this gaslighting of people, this propaganda campaign to make it seem as though he's the victim. He's a victim of Martin Bashir. I couldn't have put it any better. Thank you, Trina. I could not have put it any better. Yeah, how about that? Oh, Ivy's leaving us? Okay, Ivy, thank you for stopping by. Thank you. Ivy out. Okay, gotta go now. Lots of laughs today by everyone. So long, Ivy. Hello, Ivy here. Okay, moving on. Enters Lurch. Enters Lurch. William's BBC lies ruined my mother's life, and Harry says toxic culture led to her death. Okay? He's not blaming the BBC, he's blaming a toxic culture. The future lies in her hands. Kate Middleton. Yeah, okay, so that's another topic. So let's go back here for now. Let's talk about Lurch for a second. If you guys remember, Lurch, what am I saying, Lurch? William, William gave that speech that you see him standing there on the right side. He gave a speech saying that the tabloids or the BBC and their lies, rather, cost his mother his life. Um, I would have to say there was more than one person involved, and there was more than one hand at play. It was a lot of things that happened, and the institution bared its weight on her, and she didn't survive. Plain and simple. The institution bared their weight on a defenseless woman, and she could not survive that. And just to make sure that everybody understands what they're capable of, now they're after the Duchess of Sussex. You rang. You rang. Enters Lurch. Ladies and gentlemen, Lurch. Okay, so we're going to change topics. Probably won't get this video monetized either because they're gonna be after this video. But that's okay. Somebody had to say it. Oh, you guys just don't know. Sometimes I cannot monetize if I say certain things, but it still needs to be said. The future lies in her jazz hands. The future lies in her hands. Kate Middleton is what the royal family needs, claimed former staffer who says the firm is desperate for conventional performers, uh, so to speak. Kate Middleton, 40, pictured with her husband, Prince William. How come he don't have an age attached? Is what the troubled royal times need, according to Patrick Jepson, former chief of staff for Diana, Princess of Wales. Whew, they didn't got to him too, huh? Boy, I tell you, is there anybody who is not available for this circus? Is there anyone who is unavailable for this circus right now? Please let us know. They even got to the former chief of staff. Oh man, it is somewhat discouraging when you see stuff like that. That everybody is actively participating in this nonsense. But old jazz hands there. Yes, there was this campaign to make us believe that she was the second coming of Diana, that she was Diana 2.0, that she's the people's princess. They have tried in so many ways to convince us that it is just logical for the Cambridges to ascend to the throne, and that I don't know what was supposed to happen to Charles and Camilla, but it was all of a sudden, oh, she's ready to lead. They made her the face of the future of the British monarchy. They made, let me say that again. Let me say that again because I have to listen to myself to know that I actually said that. This is the face of the future of the British monarchy. This is the face of the future of the British monarchy. This is the face who I believe is planning to be the next Queen Mother of the British monarchy. Trust me when I say it. I know it doesn't make sense, but they're going to try to do it. This is the face of the future. She's going to jazz hands herself in there, and that is going to ensure the survival of the British royal family for the next 1,000 years. Good luck with that one. This is another thing that has been trending on the Twitter. So cheeky, Kate Middleton was nicknamed Kate Middlebum at boarding school after jokingly flashing her bottom, royal author claims. During her A levels, a future royal loved to show her bottom to boys out of the window. And of course, when I read that, instead of Kate Middlebottom, I thought they should have said, Kate, where's your bottom? Okay. It should have been Kate Middlebottom. It should have been Kate, where's your bottom? Seriously, Kate, where's your bottom? That's what I was thinking. I'm just like, middle bottom? What bottom? Where's your bottom? So, yeah, I'm only just hearing this for the first time. Hello, Miss VSN. I was listening to you this morning. Glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Uh, okay. And then there was this very bizarre jacket that she wore. I don't know what the point of this was. Now, I believe those little flaps back there were supposed to ride up in. However, this very interesting jacket was constructed, I am almost certain that it was supposed to ride up on the derriere, on the backside. But this one is just flapping around, ain't got nothing to touch. I mean, it ain't touching it nowhere. Every time when I saw that article, I was just like, that reminds me of that jacket. Was that jacket supposed to be some type of what was it supposed to be? I don't know. Very bizarre. Yeah, maybe it slid out. I don't know. What has Kate done to her eyebrows? She can't leave them alone, but critics say the results are unflattering and aging. This story is from 2016, so this was before they went after the Duchess of Sussex, obviously. But take a look here. So instead of Kate Middlebottom or where's your bottom, is Kate where's your brow? Yeah, Kate where's your brows? Kate where's your brows? She hasn't had it easy. I'll tell you that. She hasn't had it easy. It's been very difficult to try to find her voice and to try to find her natural brow line. So she has that to contend with. However, in another universe, in another universe, Harry is enjoying his life, living his best life in Montecito, assured that no one will ever ask that question of his wife. There will never be any questions as to um, where it is or anything like that. We all know and understand exactly what's going on with that side of things. So um, he's happy. Trust me, he's happy. Photos of Prince Harry's high school dorm room resurfaced. What inspired me to share this was take a look on the left side. One of the squatties shared that youthful photo of Harry interacting with the crowd and just so happens to spot a sister amongst the crowd. And he seems to want to shake her hand, huh? And if you fast forward to his high school days, remember the photo that they found almost enshrined in his dormitory was a photo of none other than Halle Berry, right? And Halle Berry heard about it, and so she decided to troll Harry with a little, I think it was on Instagram. Okay, I see you, Prince Harry. Um, and then what do you know? All these years later, he marries a lady in red. There you go. So life has a certain way of coming full circle. Let's review that again. There he is as a kid, looking at the young girl of African descent in the crowd who happens to be slightly older. If you can tell from the photo, she seems to be a little more mature than he. And then here you can see Prince Harry's dorm room. And then you can move over here to where he actually married the lady in red. And she looks good in red, right? What a vision. What an absolute vision. Let's see. He is enthralled with little sis. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the picture on the staircase, huh? Okay. All right. And there you can see Prince Harry through his development from that school kid to a father doling affection upon his children. And yes, he is in America. He's part of Team USA now. He is he's here to stay. That's our Prince Harry now. Kate and Will, Duke and Duchess secretly set up companies to protect their brand, just like the Beckhams. Now, remember this in 2014, they set up a company to protect their brand. But when the Sussexes, you know how it is, when a person of color do it, then all of a sudden everything changes. The right royal cash in, how the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle trademarked over 100 items from hoodies to socks 6 months after split with the monarchy and new empire worth 400 million pounds. No, see how they got that wrong? It's worth £1 billion, not 400 million, £1 billion. But it was okay. And notice the language is very different as well from hoodies to socks. They just trying to make it sound very that way. But it was okay when it was the Cambridges, but when it's the Sussexes, all of a sudden everything changes, right? Typical, very typical. And then right here, laughing stock of Europe, travel chaos as every passport must be stamped due to Brexit. Now, what's interesting about that is that in 2018, Port of Dover warns regular gridlock in event of hard Brexit. That article on the left is from yesterday. The one on the right is from 4 years ago. 4 years ago. This was all avoidable. This did not have to happen. 4 years ago, they knew this was coming. Don't worry, love. Just keep voting Tory. So today, Mick Lynch was on television and he said, what's happening, what was it on? Was it streamed on? I don't know. But he said, what's happening is the rich are getting richer, profits are accelerating, while workers are getting poor. That cannot continue. And he's right about that. And not just for the UK, but um, this seems to be the way of the Western world is that there seems to be this accelerated money grab. There was a time when companies were so proud to share their profits with their employees, so proud that they were able to build a town. Henry Ford, very controversial figure, but Henry Ford, Ford Motor Company, was very wise. He did more to elevate people from poverty to the middle class than almost anybody you can imagine. Overnight, Henry Ford gave everybody a pay increase. realizing that if his employees are prosperous, they are going to buy a new car. And by buying those new cars, they will be able to um, move further and further out into the suburbs. And by moving out into the suburbs, there was a sprawling workforce around the city of Detroit who could keep building his cars so that he can increase their pay so that they can buy homes and invest in their families. Now, he wasn't doing that to be benevolent or anything like that. He was doing that because he knew it would make money. But there has been a long tradition of employers sharing the wealth with the employees. Credit unions, uh, what else? The profit sharing, as they refer to it. And nowadays, that stuff is almost non-existent. They don't even want you to have Social Security anymore. So listen to this guy because he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth, and they have been trying to catch him out for the longest. They have been trying to embarrass him, trying to double talk him. They've done everything that they could to try to expose him as some sort of fraud or to embarrass him in some way that they could actually undermine this campaign for the workers. And it's not working. Yes, thank you, Diane Hawkins. That is so true. A rising tide lifts all boats. Thank you for that. That is very poetic and also very true. Love that. Let's see here. I want to share this with you guys right now. Here is the link to Ivy. There we go. Going to share that with you all. Pin that to the messages. Very good. So that's what Ivy has on today. It is recorded, but feel free to hop over there at any time because I'm almost done here. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. I just shared the link for Ivy's Sussex Global UK. All right. So moving on. Thank you again, Diane. There's a list of members of the royal family that have been divorced in recent years. And so people are trying to create this premonition for the Sussexes. But did the Queen see that coming? The thing is, the ones that they thought were so solid and so stable are the ones that were the first to go. Because these people could not marry the people that they wanted to marry. In most cases, they were either coerced or pushed into these unions that were absolute disasters. And so that's why they should stop meddling in the relationships of the royals and let them just marry who they want to marry. And if at all possible, if they can speak up or put a stop to it, um, since you seem to be such close colleagues of the people in media, uh, sustaining the royal household is going to be very difficult in the future if they don't stop this stuff from happening. The way that they have gone after the Sussexes, who seem to be the only ones in the family that are truly happy. The rest of them seem like they're just there. All right. Pippa Middleton named her newborn daughter Rose. As it emerged, she's planning to copy Jeremy Clarkson's diddly squat farm at her own 77-acre Berkshire plot. Pippa has given birth to a daughter who they have named Rose. Rose is the third child between Pippa, 38, and her husband, James Matthew, 46. Rose? Really? Rose? Was that his mom's name or something? Rose? Seriously? You're naming the kid Rose? Did they not think that through? Did they not think that through? Am I like the only one that has noticed how weird that is? Rose? Seriously? Well, I tell you what, she's not going to be a favorite niece to anybody. I could imagine that. I saw that and I was just like, wait a minute, Rose? Okay. I mean, I guess that it is what it is. Rose. Oh well. Ain't none of my business. Um, sorry for my crap laptop. Don't judge. Nobody there. Anyway, I think this was an image of a laptop belonging um to some deranger. I think this was supposed to be a deranger's laptop. I think that's what was going on here, is that is a deranger's laptop. And if you're going to try to manage the downfall of the Sussexes, at least use a proper computer. This thing looks like it is pretty dated and probably doesn't work so well, but there you have it. And there's the Duchess of Cambridge taking notes, trying to figure out what to wear next. And this is the photos I put together yesterday. Not airbrushed, airbrushed, also known as the invisible contract. That is the invisible contract at work. So, in the meantime, let's give love to our faves. Our queen of hearts, Diana, and our queen of everything, Doria. All right, you guys, I'm looking for some last comments before we ginger avenger ourselves out of here. Anything come for me? This has been a full hour and 15 minutes, hasn't it? If William follows his father's footstep, Pippa may be naming her daughter after the future. Oh, the future queen, huh? Okay, let me see. The KP social media accounts get a flurry of roses congratulating new Aunt Rose, right? New aunt with an uncle. Oh gosh, that would be funny, wouldn't it? This woman reminds me of the situation between the sinner and the what is that? Pharisees in the Bible. The Pharisee could not admire. I mean, I'm sorry, could not admit their sins before God. Huh, interesting. Thank you so much for that, Alex. Okay. And Black Queen says Pippa is getting revenge on Katie for wearing white at her wedding, which was Katie's revenge on Pippa for a flat butt stole to show at her wedding. I didn't know she wore white at Pippa's wedding. I don't think she did. Did she? I'm gonna have to look into that. Interesting. Okay, Rose after potential queen consort. Uh-huh. There you go. Oh yes, absolutely. Thank you, all of y'all for fighting back the trolls. And I do apologize again that I didn't notice that. And thank you, Susie Q, for the warning because that of course led to cleaning up things before it got too far out of hand. Thank you so much for that. All right, you guys. So I am looking for a last comment for the day. Miss BSN says Pippa was in white at her sister's wedding. Well, she was a bridesmaid though, right? Or was she not supposed to wear white? I'm thinking about that now. Oh, wait, that is weird, isn't it? Huh. I don't know. I don't know if she was supposed to wear white or not, but I'm sure they would have agreed upon that beforehand, right? Oh yeah, bridesmaids don't have to wear white. Now that I think about it, of course over there maybe it's different. I don't know. Let me see. Pippa's butt is equally flat. I never got the fake praise. She was wearing that clingy dress, and Pippa's dress was almost it was very clingy, right? And when she went up the steps, just like when Kate went up the steps at the Tom Cruise movie, it gave the impression that there was a there, even though there wasn't a there. It gave that impression. So it was a matter of the angle of the camera and all that kind of stuff that was at play, and the fact that she was walking up the steps and she was wearing a dress that was kind of clingy. But that was the only reason why it appeared that way. Otherwise, there wasn't much to see. There was nothing there, nothing more than usual for one of the Middleton. Yeah, for one of the Middletons. So yeah, that was that. Okay, you guys. I think at some point it was almost 1,400 people here, and looking at my phone, I see there is a new pledge for the Patreon. Thank you so much for that. I just noticed that, and yeah, that's it. We got someone new on the Patreon. Thank you all for your generous donations to Royal Sussex. And thank you, moderators, new moderators. Thank you, Susie Q, for donning on your cape and going in there and setting things straight. Also, I guess that's it. That's it. All right. So, last comment of the day. Yeah, Church Nelly hasn't been here, has she? Okay. I'm looking. Last comment of the day. Somebody needs to say something to bring all of us together, to unite the squad in purpose. I think this is it. Trina Hodges says, thanks for another great show, Baron and mods. Peace and blessings, fam. I love it. That is perfect. Okay, you guys, we are going to ginge avenge ourselves out of here. And as per usual, I'm going to try to put some kind of lunch together. And that's it for today. Thank you. Don't forget to go and check out the link that I have supplied. That is for Ivy. Also, the other thing is, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I just went blank. On the community tab, Claire, Claire. Oh my goodness, I declare. Okay, Claire, Claire Kane. That's it. I'm sorry, I just went blank there. If you go to the community tab, just scroll back a couple of the things that were posted, and there's a link for yesterday's Claire Kane. She made a video, and I watched it last night. It was pretty good, so make sure you check it out. And also, congratulations to the Duchess of Success for 10,000 subscribers. 10,000 subscribers. So don't forget to congratulate the Duchess of Success for her 10,000 subscribers. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Okay. And so, so long, Seeley. Anything come for me? Okay. Yes, we did Diana and Doria already. Karen, I I was kind of fast, but we did that already. But thank you for the reminder. And yes, you guys, I'm sure I did. It was very fast, but I'm sure I did. But I'll do it again. Give love to our two queens. There we go. Our love to our faves, Queen of Heart, Princess Diana, and our Queen of Everything, Doria. There we go. All right. So cue Ginge Avenge. Oh man. Cue Ginge Avenge. There we go. Okay, thank you, everybody. I will see y'all next time. It has been fun. Lots of stuff covered today, which was very cool. But wow, let me get rid of him. Kind of. Whoa, that was a lot. That was a lot. But yeah, they are trying to gaslight us, you guys, and we just have to stay vigilant and make sure that we don't give them the benefit of it, because if we lower our guards, they are definitely going to try to take advantage of any absence of the squad. So um, support these platforms, and always pray and support the Sussexes, because that is so important. They need us, and they inspire us, and so we need them. So let's keep that going. And let me see. Someone asked for something just before Ginge Avenge. And anyway, I'm going to do that. So if you guys want to go ahead and go, you can. If not, if you want to stay for this, then you are welcome to do that. Let me see.
But yeah, that's the moral ground. The Prince of Wales.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take it all the way to the. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. So someone just asked for this, and I don't
Duke and
mind.
Duchess of Sussex. This is my own feelings being expressed the only way I know how. That's it for now. Please like, subscribe, share, donate, etc. If you would like to make a donation and you don't know how, to help support this channel, you can go to the comments section where you can find links to the Patreon, the
Well,
PayPal, and the Cash App. Thanks for watching Royal
watching Royal
Sussex.
Sussex. I love saying that. Thanks for watching Royal Sussex. Boy, I tell you, if she ever sees that video, oh, she is going to just, I don't know, her Farrah Fawcett flip hair is going to stand up straight if she ever sees that video. I hope nobody ever plays that for her. As I say with an air of sarcasm in my voice. Just like I hope nobody ever shows this to Vicky, because I mean, then you have to explain the whole thing with the color purple and the color arbiter and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Maybe she'll get it. Maybe she won't. But it was all said and fun. Just pick up the lashes and move on. That's all you got to do. Okay. I hope so. She might be a big fan of it, you know. She may be a big fan of it, and then she and Charles lay there in the bed and have a little naughty talk, and then try to figure out what's going on with that garden out there, and you know what I mean? You know how they roll. So, yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Okay, thank you, Susie Q. We'll see you. Trolls are gonna tell her. I'm sure. There is this one troll that like screenshots videos and such from the Sussex squad, and she blocked me too, but there is someone who has been throwing around screenshots and trying to tag everything that the squad is doing. And she's just one of many. I promise you, she's one of many. But yeah, she's sitting there with her 50 cats, um, sleeping on an enclosed back porch and uh, ordering carry out and takeaway and stuff like that. And she's really trying to build a case. It's really sad, but that she's watching right now. She's really trying to build a case, and good luck with that. Okay, you guys, I'm out of here. Thank you. Yes, I believe the children are the future. The greatest is love. That's right, Beverly Isidore. Thank you so much. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Ivy out.